Okay, so this script we've created here, now we need to go edit it. If we double click on it, it's going to try to open up Visual Studio. I'll tell you what, boys and girls, I don't want to mess with Visual Studio because it makes me sign in and it takes longer to load. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to get away from Visual Studio. Cancel that out. What I want to show you guys how to do is use Monodevelop, which is a much lighter program. It'll open and close quicker, so you can get coding faster, and that's what's important to me, is a fast workflow. Okay, so I recorded your tutorials in the summer, but what happened is Unity in version 2018 discontinued use for Monodevelop, so you guys are going to have to be using Visual Studio. That's okay. Visual Studio is a great editor. The reason I didn't like using it is because it takes a little longer to load, and I'm a very impatient person. So don't worry, you can follow along with all the code I'm doing in Visual Studio, no problem. Just thought I'd let you guys know so you didn't freak out. Yes, it is sad. We should play a little song to commemorate the death of Monodevelop. So, it's been real, Monodevelop. It's been real. We'll go ahead and X out of there. Now when I double click on this script, I get Monodevelop to open. And it's just a really lightweight program for editing scripts. So there you go. Now I'm gonna modify my Monodevelop here to be a little bit different and a little bit easier for me to read. So I'm gonna go to Tools. So if I go down to Syntax Highlighting, I can go to this and I can create this darker background. I like Nightshade probably the best, but you could go through and find one that works for you. I think Nightshade makes it just a little bit easier to read, and that's important to me because once again, when you're coding, you're going to find that you get bugs sometimes, and finding those bugs requires you to be able to see things really well. So another thing I'll do is I hold the control key and roll my middle mouse button, and I make everything really big. That way I don't make as many mistakes, and if I do make a mistake, it's easier to find. That's extremely important. I see kids coding all the time like this, and then they say, oh, I can't find the bug. And I say, please hold down control, middle mouse scroll, so an old man like me can read the code and help you find a bug. Okay? So in the next lesson, we're actually going to start coding this out, and I'll explain what's going on here a little bit, and I'll see you then.